going to check out Sophie Cunningham. A lot of content has rolled out involving her arrival to the Indiana Fever and to the facility today, including a little snippet where she's looking at her locker, looking at her uniform. We're going to check this.
Sophie Cunningham appeared at the Indiana Fever like a superhero movie villain, ready to stir things up and draw attention. Focus, but her opening remarks, "It's definitely not the typical happy to be here" speech, has already caused some controversy. Is Caitlin Clark going to have a new best friend, or is she going to have a fierce rival? Prepare yourself for a thrilling ride.
Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana, and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you. See you guys at the game.
Fever fans are witnessing Sophie Cunningham's contributions to the team for the first time since. In the off-season, she signed a contract with the team. The former guard for the Phoenix Mercury, known for her perseverance. During her first training session, her keen shooting skills and intense competitive spirit were evident. As Cunningham joins the Fever squad, fans are excited to see what happens, and she will undoubtedly have a significant impact because this marks the start of an exciting new phase in her professional life.
I know a lot of folks were excited to see Sophie Cunningham introduced by the Indiana Fever. Well, it finally happened. And let's just say Sophie is just as excited as the fans are, it seems. She's pretty pumped about joining the Indiana Fever. Who wouldn't be, of course? And it's kind of like, yeah, duh. You get to go to the Fever show. You get your games broadcast everywhere, sold out, play with Caitlin Clark, chance to win a championship, shown love all over the place. It's a pretty good situation.
There is a lot of excitement surrounding Cunningham's move to Indiana because she will be joining a Fever team that has changed dramatically in the last few seasons. The team's current focus is on growing around a rising star. Caitlin Clark, along with key players like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. Cunningham's extensive experience and exceptional shooting skills may be precisely what Indiana needs to develop. Her capacity to extend the floor. The Fever need to score 3 points and show excitement in order to become a contender for the postseason next year.
I'm just excited, but to be honest, I think when you have a group that can let go of the egos and you're really just here to win and work hard, I think that's the best type of group, and you're all willing to do the dirty work, and I think that's what I'm most excited about. That's my bread and butter right there, is outwork your opponents and have fun doing it.
It was noteworthy to watch Cunningham play her first game at Indiana's practice facility. Marked a fresh start for her and the Fever organization as a whole. Indiana has had difficulty maintaining consistency and create a unique identity, but with the addition of gifted athletes like Caitlin Clark and the team is starting to build a core that could result in a turnaround thanks to Cunningham's tenacity. This rejuvenation offers hope for the future of the franchise.
Entering the locker room, and just a forewarning, this is not a lot of basketball talk video. This is just a lot of fun, Sophie Cunningham has arrived team talk. And if you listen closely, you do hear the voice of none other than Caitlin Clark laughing in the background.
Oh gosh, this is the first time I've seen my jersey. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again.
Whether stepping up in critical situations, making clutch shots, or using her aggressive style to get under the opponent's skin. During her stay in Phoenix, Cunningham developed a reputation as a fierce competitor. Fans were won over by her confidence. And Indiana supporters are now excited to see the same level of intensity. Increase the bar for success. One of Cunningham's greatest traits is what she has experienced. Despite not being the most seasoned veteran in the league, she has participated in significant games, reached the postseason, and gained knowledge from some of the top players. Her presence could be very beneficial. Emerging players like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, accelerating the team's development. The leadership of Cunningham will be vital, especially as the season draws near, with high expectations following the arrival of a generational talent such as Clark's. The team anticipates gaining momentum and achieving its goals under her leadership.
What have been some of maybe your initial conversations with the coaching staff as they maybe discuss what this season could be like both for the team and for you?
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and I'm not kidding. We in college we played. I played. She coached against me and whatnot, and so we've known each other for quite a long time. And since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you going to coach me? You know, like, it was always just kind of a running joke, and it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years. And so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players and the relationship she has.
Cunningham personified IES, the quality of a player who consistently delivers intensity, whether in practices or games. As she settles into her new position with the Fever, her vivacious demeanor and abundant vitality could be crucial. As a crucial figure in the changing area, she is renowned for being outspoken, self-assured, and eager to take on challenges that are frequently overlooked. Cunningham is more than ready to take on the challenge, based on her first training session on this new assignment, and has the chance to significantly impact a team eager to establish itself in the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham was clearly thrilled when she recently revealed that she would be joining the Indiana Fever. After 5 seasons, this fiery guard forward is thrilled about the opportunity to start over in Indiana with the Mercury of Phoenix. She described the trade as the perfect opportunity to raise her level of play and join a team that desires to use her motivation and spirit of competition to achieve something truly exceptional. Cunningham is anticipated to be an important figure in the Fever's quest for achievement. Her enthusiasm could be just what the group needs to start over. Campaign.
Yeah, you guys will learn that if I'm not in the gym, I'm normally by the pool. And so I was actually poolside when I found out. And, there's a lot of emotions just because I have been out there for so long. But to be honest, my original thought was like, oh, heck yeah. Like, we're about to go win a championship. Like, that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people. It's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to,
Cunningham spoke about joining a dynamic group during her introduction, radiating positivity and flashing her trademark smile. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell were members of the Fever squad. She is a wonderful addition to the team due to her shooting prowess and toughness. Having spent years playing with seasoned pros like Diana Taurasi, she expressed her wish to instill a winning mentality and British leadership in the team. Even so, Cunningham admitted, despite the challenges of leaving Phoenix, she remains totally dedicated to her new adventure in Indiana. Her enthusiasm. She is obviously prepared for this new chapter thanks to her self-assurance and team-oriented approach, and her radiant smile demonstrates that she's right where she wants to be. Cunningham can now influence how the Fever develops. Core.
Hey. I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again. Oh!
That's great. That's great. Like she's a rookie all over again. I heard Cece laughing at the end, so I guess Caitlin Clark's in the...
Clark has quickly become one of the WNBA's most sought-after players since making her debut. Veterans and defenders have made it's obvious that they want to use harsher tactics to make Clark's time on the court as challenging as possible than those that rookies usually encounter, like cheap shots and overly aggressive play. Because of this, a real enforcer is desperately needed by the Indiana Fever. Someone who will stand up for their best player and ensure that opponents face repercussions for claiming rights. Sophie Cunningham is the ideal applicant for this role, who is renowned for her fierceness and spirit of competition. She is regarded as one of the hardest players in the league, and has publicly stated how much she admires Caitlin Clark. This appreciation indicates that Sophie's there would be more than just professional motivation to keep Caitlin safe. Introducing someone such as Sophie would create a supportive environment in addition to providing the necessary physical presence on the court, a setting that would help Caitlin Clark have a successful rookie campaign. Let's be honest, the Indiana Fever need a strong coach right now because of their youthful talent and potential enforcer in the legal system. Rather, they require a tough, unyielding player who can step up and make a statement when the game gets challenging. We've seen players like Draymond Green in the NBA, Patrick Beverley and Udonis Haslem are outstanding in their roles. Similarly, the WNBA has had to contend with some strong rivals, like Cheryl Ford. To instill toughness, every successful team needs a player like Rebecca Brunson or even a fierce Diana Taurasi in her prime. and tenacity in their roster.
Just love to see it. You love to see like support for greatness, the inclusion. You know, she never, even when she wasn't on Caitlin's team, she was always a very vocal supporter. And she was not kidding about being a feisty player. She was one of the players in the top 10 of the last season in the WNBA with the most technical fouls, of which a lot of the Mercury players.
The Indiana Fever must add a player who can confront these aggressors and make it obvious that pursuing Caitlin will have repercussions. Sophie Cunningham is essential because Caitlin Clark, who joined the league in 2019, has become one of the most promising offensive players in the league. She is a skilled shooter and playmaker who can alter the trajectory of a game in an instant. She is still getting used to the physical demands of the league, though, as a 22-year-old rookie. Sophie is a gifted player who doesn't just rely on her size. She has excellent defensive abilities and a good shooting range. Her intensity is necessary for every squad, and more importantly, she participates without hesitation. Within the Friar, Sophie will be in the starting lineup to give Caitlin the defense she needs to win if an opponent gives her a hard foul, making it very evident that her actions will not be tolerated.
And your base. And the Fever have, I mean, I think their real formula scoring is Clark and Mitchell. And then you have Boston, who's just such an intelligent basketball player playing within that. And then you have on top of that the role players. And Howard can get down the floor, catch and finish, score in a myriad of ways. Bonner is going to get in where she fits in because she's done everything and seen it all. Cunningham is just natural to play off that because she can catch and shoot.
However, Caitlin Clark is determined to ensure that she is never again pushed around or adjust to the physical. The young star of the Indiana Fever has significantly bulked up in preparation for the demands of professional play. For her second WNBA season, this demonstrates her dedication to building strength rather than depending solely on her passing and shooting skills. She will be able to absorb contact thanks to the additional muscle, defend against more seasoned opponents, and successfully take on the league's more seasoned players.
This is why the WNBA was in big trouble.
There is more to this shift than just aesthetics. It's a matter of survival and preparation for the forthcoming difficult season. In addition to Clark's amazing shooting prowess, opposing teams will have to deal with a stronger, more resilient version of herself that isn't scared to make her presence known in the paint. To play physically when needed, Clark will play opponents in the WNBA, which is far more physically demanding, who surpass everyone she has ever encountered in terms of strength, speed, and aggression. Her growing muscle mass will enable her to increase her shooting range, strengthen her endurance, and complete plays through contact.
Clark in college was not the strongest player in the world. Like, she was somebody that wasn't weak by any means, but we saw when it came to the WNBA that she wasn't able to really assert herself physically. And in fairness, her first game matchup was a tough one because her first matchup was against
the Indiana Fever have been actively adding seasoned players who can contribute, so Clark is not the only addition to their roster. Immediately, Danana Boner, a champion with multiple All-Star selections and a plethora of playoff selections, is one significant addition. Experience. For a young team like the Fever, her length, adaptability, and seasoned leadership are essential. In challenging circumstances, Boner will offer scoring, strong defense, and a calming presence. Having a player with her experience will provide Clark and the group with a trustworthy leader who understands how to handle stressful situations, which will boost their self-assurance and general performance.
In a podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. DeWanna Bonner had her introductory press conference today, but do you know what she did before that? Do you know what
Sydney Colson is a fan favorite and one of the best players in the league, despite his lackluster stats. Leaders of the locker rooms. Her influence on the team extends far beyond the numbers. A group hoping to develop cohesively will profit immensely from Colson's ability to maintain a positive attitude while holding her colleagues responsible. As they collaborate to achieve success, her presence will foster growth and unity.
Sydney Colson is obviously a player for the Indiana Fever. Someone signed to be Caitlin Clark's backup, and she is I think she's going to be a solid player. Genuinely.
As As the 2025 WNBA season approaches, all eyes will be on Caitlin Clark, but Kelsey Cunningham may be equally crucial to the success of the team. Cunningham is the type of player who succeeds because he is a fierce and tenacious competitor, giving a young Fever squad that is prepared to advance a great deal of experience, enthusiasm, and leadership. She is well known for her reliable defense and steady three-point shooting, apart from assisting Clark with adjusting. Cunningham's presence will provide Indiana with an additional offensive weapon in the league's physical play. Cunningham achieved career highs in efficiency and scoring last season, proving that she is more rather than merely a supporting role. Her assistance will be vital as the Fevers work toward a successful season. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. There are now more videos available.